Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4, and today we're going to be using the Suzuki GSX-R 750 SRAD from 1998, and we have a time trial to tackle here in the Road America circuit, which I do believe is the kink version, so you do have a little bit of a chicane in the middle of the track. Now, we've seen the SRAD in one of the previous videos when we were in Donington Park with that sort of chunky Honda that I was using that particular day. And I was inspired to use it, and it turns out I haven't used this particular SRAD, so why not give it a try here today? I'm on that streak now of trying out different bikes that I've never used before, so this one popped up and I thought, why the heck not? So here we go then, braking into the firm part. Here we go, now braking in actually, as a matter of fact. We go into the left-hander. Do we get it stopped perfectly? Oh, beautifully done, really close to the apex, perfectly done. And now going into the Corvette corner. I don't actually know if that corner is called the Corvette corner, but I just know because of the Corvette sign ahead of the bridge, I just like to call it the Corvette corner. But now on the right hand side for turn 7, bringing on the power, we're going to be slamming it down on the brakes in a moment's time as we get the rear brake a little bit too heavy, seeing the rear tyre slide ever so slightly, not too much, but just enough to keep us under control, but also to make it look a little bit more entertaining and interesting. As we now go into the carousel, holding a smooth amount of acceleration, waiting for that moment to just bring on the power once more, as we now go firm on the brakes for the left hander. Getting a little bit out of shape, that's not really how I'd like to tackle that corner, but we're alright, we're still on board the motorcycle and we're still carrying a lot of speed. So the SRAD has been upgraded to its full potential, should I say rather, but it did leave the sort of stock things on, such as the mirrors and the Suzuki sign. For some reason I'm rather enjoying leaving the bike stock like that. Unless it's an RM bike, I'm kind of liking that. I always used to take them off, but I'm feeling like maybe a little bit of a change. Leave them on and see how they perform with them. Not like it makes a difference, but still, I actually like the inclusion of the mirrors. Especially helped when it was in helmet cam like a few days ago. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the helmet cam, because I do have another video planned very soon with another helmet cam. Heads up display and all that turned off and all that gubbins. But for now, across the line we will go. Another time trial dominated, but we are not finished with the SRAD. So moving back over again to America to do the Virginia International Raceway, but this time it's the version that I really don't know. It's the shorter version, or at least it's maybe the middle version. I guess the shortest version is the North course, so this must be the South variant. I can't remember if that's right, but that's what we're going to go with here today. So into the first corner, I did let everyone get past me so we can make things rather interesting against the 120% difficulty AI, as we now go on the right hand side for turn 1, or this one apparently is turn 1, so do we not count that chicane at all? Apparently not. So we have Mark McLeod into the lead. He's about 3 seconds ahead of us, and of course if you didn't see the video the other day when I was here in the Virginia International Raceway on board the Yamaha R6, then I will spoil it now. So give yourself a couple of seconds to pause the video if you really don't want it to be spoiled. But we didn't actually take victory in that particular race, and I really want to sort things out here today with the SRAD and hopefully improve on what we couldn't get the job done the other day. We're now onto the left hand side. Oh, that's an aggressive move, I ever did see one. I usually carry a lot more speed going into that corner, but Richard Trusoldi certainly felt the brunt of our attack as we went into the corner there, as we now dive up the inside over to the oak tree, getting a little bit aggressive here on board the Suzuki SRAD, getting a little bit messy if I do say so myself, so I'll probably have to be a little bit more calmer next time. But I've got to confess, I'm actually incorrect. This is a very short version of the Virginia International Raceway, and I don't dislike the track, I just don't know it very well. And compared to the other versions, I've got to say I kind of prefer them over this version. We have Jade Wright and Tommy Edwards ahead of us, 2 Americans here in this wonderful circuit. We go onto the left-hand side, and I see I was getting too close to the outside of the track there, but now onto the left-hand side. Are we going to be close enough for a lunge? It's very difficult to actually make a lunge around here, but maybe for the left-hand side. I can't seem to make it stick, but we do finally choke the SRAD up at the inside of Jade Wright, and now we have another right-hander to contend with. So around the outside of the arse, the Yamaha getting a little bit close for comfort with the SRAD. Thankfully, neither the Suzuki or the R7 went down, so as we now get past the R7, past on Tommy Edwards, and now bringing on the power to chase down Alberto Duarte Pedrosa. We do have Michael D'Angelo ahead of him, and I'm not entirely sure who's the person with the yellow helmet right now, but I guess when we bring on the acceleration as we start the third lap of this Grand Prix, we'll find out in just a moment's time. It's actually Frank Jordan, seen him many times in Ride 4 as we now blast it past all three of them. I don't want the AI to get away because I do feel like I left it, well, it was obvious I left it too late in the last time we came here, so I really don't want to blow it once again. So I'm going to bring on a little bit more power now and hopefully chase down the two Canadians ahead of us, from Jessica Reynolds in second place and Mark McLeod in the first position. So already up by 8.5 tenths of a second. We get a little bit out of shape going into the left hand side there. Now into spiral. Do we go for a lunge? Oh, certainly thought about it there. We kind of feinted it, and Jessica Reynolds wanted nothing of it, so she was like, yeah, okay, just come on through and then I'll try and chase you down. We ran it deep going into the fish up, but still good, still on board the motorcycle, still feeling fine, as we now go on the right hand side. 2.4 seconds clear from the previous lap. This is going to be one heck of a lap time as we really fire it down that small straight, as we now bring it into the right hand side, going into turn 10 and then turn 11, keeping that tighter apex. Probably would have been better to go for a wider line and then enter as a tighter apex, as the front tyre getting a little bit warm, ladies and gentlemen. The soft front is getting very, very toasty right now, as we did set the fast lap of the Grand Prix with a 107.575. So into the small right-hander there, which apparently isn't a corner. So we now go into turn 1 according to the video game, and now leave it hanging in there, leave it onto the right-hand side to then slowly bring on the acceleration once more. Let's have a look at the gap in any moment now. We lost half a second, but we're still very much closing in on Mark McLeod. So the Canadian is certainly going to be feeling the presence of DrAce, and he will be doing what he can to defend, but I think his efforts are going to be futile, as he went right into the middle of the circuit there. A fellow Suzuki and I've gone completely off the track, completely wide into the fishhook, and unfortunately we have just succumbed to losing our first position, or in the battle for first position, and that means now one lap to rule them all, one lap to pursue Mark McLeod. 1.8 seconds is the gap. Do we get this corner right this time? Relatively, I would have preferred still to go a little bit wider, but this is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We lost about just 2 seconds on that lap, maybe a little bit more. Oh, 3 seconds we lost on that lap. That is massive. So down to the gap again. 1.8 seconds, the same pretty much once more. We now go on the left-hand side briefly as we get a little bit of a wheelie coming out of that chicane there, and now onto the right-hand side. I tell you what, I'm feeling racy in this one. I feel like we have the speed, the potential, and the gall and the audacity to go for an audacious lunge if it comes down to it. But I don't think we'll need anything too ridiculous, because we are really quick in this particular section right now as we now go on the left-hand side for the spiral. Do we feint the move around the outside? Do we launch up on the inside of the Canadian? Where do we make the move? We're going to run it a little bit deeper. See the rear tyre slipping out ever so slightly. Just calmed it down a little bit for the fishhook, and now we have the chance to get through on Mark McLeod. Where do we go? Do we go around the outside? Do we go up on the inside? Mark McLeod's going to have to yield the position as we went round the outside. Brilliantly done. DrAce will be taking another victory here in the Virginia International Raceway. So tell you what, guys, into the oak tree we go, up into the lead, and we have the victory in our grasps. Across the line we will go, and that is another victory add to the list. So guys, thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what video you'd like to see next, and of course, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.